Welcome back to the channel. Today's topic, we're gonna be talking about some of the cleanup tips that you basically need to have in your Jira. You don't want your Jira to have like 200 custom fields, or your Jira to have like 1,000 projects, or to have like I don't know, 200 users and like half of them are not even in the company anymore. You simply cannot allow that to happen. So today I'm gonna go and walk through some of the tips. So tip number one, in order to ease the whole process of cleaning up, make everything and make the job easier for yourselves, okay? And the perfect tools that you can use for the whole analysis, this actually goes for the analysis of inactive projects, so the users that are not being active, custom fields they're not being used anywhere, group memberships, they're not being so much active, the filters that are not so much of use for the dashboards, and lots of things. So you can either use Optimizer for Jira, or you can use Dr. Jira. You can install both of them, see how it works out for you, which one you would actually need to use, which one is better for you. So I'm just giving you options in here and what you can use. Later you can decide what's better for you. And also there's this Atlassian site optimizer. Basically this feature is still in beta, but you can use this tool to actually do the whole analysis of your site and basically see what goes into junk. So the very first thing is identify the old stuff. So I'm talking about projects, screens, issues, custom fields, workflows, all of the other schemes, basically everything that is being old for projects. If you have like projects that are not being used, I don't know, maybe for 6 months or like in a year, archive them. So go ahead and really archive those projects. But here's the thing: archive them in that matter that basically when they're actually needed, you can get them back. Issues. So if possible, so you need to communicate this with stakeholders. But I believe that if there is actually an issue out there that is being in progress for a year, I believe that this issue should be closed. But of course, communicate this with your stakeholders. You never know if they need it or not. Screens, delete screens that haven't been used for some time. That's correct. So really, just delete them. Make a screen test, right? If someone is gonna say, oh, where's this screen that I had, or something like that, you're gonna easy bring them back. You can say, we're doing the cleanup process, but I will also come to the communication part with your stakeholders as well. Custom fields, like I said, like on your Jira instance, if you're having like 100 or more custom fields, I'm gonna get a heart attack right now. Just kidding, I'm not. But please, don't let this escalate like that. It's madness. Just don't do it. Workflows. Ditch the transitions that are not being used. Yep, you should really do that. And also, if possible, as much as you can, simplify the workflows. Okay? Just simplify them as much as you can. Try to have less statuses as possible. It's gonna be much more easier. There are not gonna be a lot of clicks for users to go through the statuses in order to get to the done status. It really can be exhausting. I know. So try that. And this is the most important thing, right? You don't want to do any of the changes without stakeholders knowing that you're going to do them, because it's not going to be a pleasant situation. So you should consolidate with stakeholders about the cleanup that will actually take the place. You need to also align with them. And once everything is being done, you can communicate and you can say, you know what, the cleanup is done. Now everything looks more normal. Everything is neat. Everything is shining. Okay? Not like from the movie. No, not like that. Clean up the users. Another important stuff. So, if you have some users that have left the company, deactivate their account. If you have inactive users that are basically not being active for a really long time, deactivate them. It's no use, because even if they're there, even if they have access only to Atlassian, not even Jira, still you're gonna pay the license for it. So unless you wanna spend your money on that, don't do it. Just deactivate them. Alright, documentation. I believe that every change that has been made to basically document everything that you have done. So, how many, let's say, issue types you deleted that were not being used at all? Basically, no one uses them. How many custom fields have you deleted? How many users you have deactivated? So that's something that should be there, and it should be shown to everyone else to see. And also to update documentation to reflect the current state of the Jira instance. Right? Okay, so that is something that you basically need to do. These are the most important tips that I can give you guys when it comes to cleaning up, especially for us Jira admins. Basically, this is something that we also live and breathe. Other than migrations, other than granting permissions, building the workflows and everything, we also have the responsibility to keep everything clean, to not have like 100 plus custom fields that are not being used, or that are not being used, right? So that is something that basically you should think about. And that key thing, communication with your stakeholders, it's really important. Don't try to be smart and delete on your own hand. I understand. You just want to clean that up, but at least go with your stakeholders, get on a meeting, let it last like half an hour, it doesn't really matter. Just make the plan and stick to it, okay? And when you stick to that plan, when you execute that plan, you're done. You're gonna say, you know what, man, check my Jira, it's so clean. Look at it, it's shining. It's shining that I have to wear my glasses because of that light that is reflecting, of how much of custom fields we have deleted. We don't have 10 pages of custom fields, we only have 2 pages of custom fields. The custom fields that are being used, yeah, that should You should be proud of that. You should be really proud of that. Anyways, folks, that's it for today's video. I will see you guys in the next one. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Bye bye.